The U.S. Congress continues to pressure major companies like Google, Twitter, and Facebook to ban Russian-linked ads on their platforms. Today, NSA whistleblower William Binney shared his thoughts with our T News producer Priya Reddy on why the national security state is aggressively targeting these ads. Take a look.
The claim that Russia hacked into the DNC and got data and gave it to WikiLeaks has been a fraud from the very beginning. I mean, we tried to find evidence of it as the veteran intelligence professionals for sanity, and the evidence that came out about Guccifer 2 and that data was clearly a local download. It wasn't a transfer across the network. And the idea that they claimed the 17 intelligence agencies that included the DNI as one of them, that they all agreed that it was a hack by the Russians. I mean, that's absurd. I mean, there's only one agency there that could actually verify it, and that was NSA. The rest of them are irrelevant to that.
Why do these giant tech companies capitulate so easily to government pressure?
All those big commercial Silicon Valley companies all have to kowtow to the government because the FCC regulates everything they do. If the FCC wants to, they can put them out of business quickly.
NSA whistleblower Bill Binney said bulk data collection is the real threat to our civil liberties, especially our right to privacy.
All of that data is being collected and stored. That's why they're building another 2.8 million square foot facility on Fort Meade for the storage of data. In other words, the Utah facility, a 1 million square foot facility, is going to be full here very soon, a few more years, and it'll be full, so they need a place to put it, so they need to build a bigger one. Why? Because they're collecting more and more data every year. So they're all lying to you, the U.S. public, trying to keep them uninformed and uneducated so they won't object.
NSA whistleblower Bill Binney defended the First Amendment and the right of Americans to hear different points of view.
The First Amendment of the Constitution was written so that people had the right to free speech and also be able to hear many different views. Now, whether or not they associate with a view or like a view or support it, that's another issue. But they have the right to hear it. That's the whole point. And also that it says the press is supposed to tell us the truth. And they're not doing that either. So they're not living up to their responsibility under the First Amendment of the Constitution, nor is the government. In fact, most of us in the VIPs and others that we know, whistleblowers, are saying this is the greatest threat to our constitutional form of government since our Civil War. And it's not just us, it's all the other democracies, because they're all following us too.
Binney also says efforts to prevent Americans from hearing and viewing RT violates our basic constitutional rights.
If they don't believe that the American public under the First Amendment couldn't listen to any kind of view, I mean, that's what they're trying to do here also in universities, shutting down conservative views, only liberal views. There's this move against the First Amendment, giving people the right to hear all kinds of perspectives. That's simply a violation of everything, all the founding principles of this nation. I've been calling them criminals for a long time because they all agreed to violate our constitutional rights. That's the founding principles of what our nation's supposed to be all about. And they've all agreed to that. They're all kowtowing to it and letting it continue because of this deep state shadow government that's involved that has all this money and population control about it.